Hi everyone, welcome back and thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created this Grinch themed Christmas tree. Here I have my standard poodle filling in as Max, the little dog with the ears on from the movie. So with this tree, I made this completely without a stand, without any type of support. It's fully self-supporting. And in a way, it makes it kind of easy for anyone to do, but at the same time, I would only use it indoors in your own home as decoration because I just don't think it would be sturdy enough to use in an area where there would be like a lot of traffic or for a client or anything like that. So if you're interested to see how I made this without any stands or real materials outside of the balloons, stick around. And if you want to learn more about my dog Asha and how I got her to stand so still for this, I'll talk more about it at the end. I like to separate all my balloons out before I start, and here I have various sizes just sectioned off into 5 balloon groups for a total of 20. You can use whatever color you like, of course. I think it'd be really cool to do like a pink tree, blue, just something entirely different, gold, things like that. So just pick the color that you like, and you'll want to get 3 sizes, your 18 or 16 inch for the base, your 11 or 12 inch for the middle, and your 5 inch for the top. I'm going to take my 16 inch balloons and blow them up to 14 inches. This is my makeshift balloon sizer. It's just made out of 2 clamps that are clamped to the table, and I use these bars to size the balloons through. And then I just tie them together. Because this is a set of 5, I need a 3rd one tied into this dupe. So I'll blow 1 single and just tie that in. And it'll look like this. We'll do 1 more dupe set to tie into 3 to make a cluster of 5. So now we'll combine our 2 with our 3 to make a 5. Just pull it right through the center, twist it around. 5, it'll look like this. So to keep these down and flat, we're gonna add water weights. So push them down how I want them. 2 water-filled balloons that are tied together, just like that. Put 1 through here and 1 through there. That way you don't even have to bother trying to tie them around, just let them fall through. There. I wanted to speed up this part for the sake of time and just do a voiceover. So I'm taking a balloon ribbon, balloon string, and using that to tie my layers of 5 balloons together. So using the figure 8 method, going down, up, and over, as you can see, down, up, and over, and just using that to secure the first layer together. Now I'll be breaking this tree down into three sections essentially, and I'll take those 3 sections and combine them together at the end to make the entire tree. And here I am just blowing up my 2nd layer. Remember, the tree is broken down into thirds, so this is my 2nd third of the layer, just blowing those up. And I'll have the balloon sizes down in the description, but I'll also put them on the screen at the end so you can see. Okay, so this is the base for the 2nd third of the tree. I'm breaking the tree up into thirds with each point of contact, with each third being where one of the curves is going to begin. So for the base of my 2nd part of the tree, I'm going to be using the water weights once again and just tucking them in to keep everything down. Then I'll put the 2nd mini tree that I created on top, and I'll tie the necks together. All right, so far we have our base and our 2nd part, and then we'll make our top. Now that I have my 3rd set of the tree finished, which is the top, I'm going to tie them together by the necks from the largest to the smallest. And if you're working with a lot of balloons, you can just label them. Like, so I labeled these 5 inches right here, just so I'll know which is which. All right, so 1 5, another 5. The next size we have is 4. And I didn't label this one, but it's a 3. Oh, actually I did. 3. Now that we're done our 3 sets, I want to start adding them together and constructing the actual tree. And if we want to make it taller or longer, we can always add more to the top at least. Maybe you can even add some more in the middle if you just break them apart. So we'll take our second set and place it on top of the first. And I'm going to use the same method of just tying the necks to keep them together. Alright. So at this point, if you want, you can take out the weights or you can leave them in. And we're going to tie them just right here. You can start shaping. So just gently take your balloons and pull them in the direction that you want them to go. So one of the looks, you know, it comes down like a hook like this, but I want mine to kind of go to the left and then back up to the right. So this is our first bend. Now I'll take the third part that we created, front of my necks, and just reach in and tie it to the center. And again, just kind of shape it to go into the direction you would like it to go. Okay, so I did a lot more shaping, as you can see. You just want to play around with it, move it around, let the balloons rest on each other to create these bends and curves, just like you would a garland. This is the shape that I like the most. I am going to end up moving this, so it will probably look different when it's in its final place. Just a little close-up. You can see in there that it's literally, there's no stand, anything like that. It's just tied together. The base is tied together with that ribbon, the balloon string rather. We have our water weight in there. You see that water weight? Here you can see just tied together with the necks. And we're gonna cover all of these holes that you can see that I'm showing you with our Christmas ornaments. Now that we've finished blowing up our ornaments, we can put them on our tree. And this will help fill in the gaps, the visible gaps that you can see, add some color and some interest. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. One way is to tie 260s onto the ends. I'll use this color. Right, and like just stretch it through and put it on and it'll stick on like that. Okay, but for me, I'm going to be doing it a quicker, well, I won't say it's quicker, but just the way I find easier, which is using glue dots. So take your glue dots and just take a few, stick it onto the balloon, just like that, and put it in anywhere that you see a hole. I have an idea of having him kind of peeking out behind the tree, like kind of being mischievous, coming out. You know how he does. And I think the best spot would be right here. I'm gonna attach this Mylar balloon the same way. Do all of them. Take your 260. So this is the final look. I just moved it into the corner, and below I just have my little LED lights to add some additional interest. Here's Asha, just like in the beginning, being a good girl, sitting there for me, playing her role as Max. I also added the LED fairy lights to mimic the lights that go in the tree, even though you can't see them too well in this light. And threw in a couple of foil balloon gift boxes down there. Yeah, let me know what you think. So just as I mentioned before, a little bit more about my dog. She is a blue standard poodle. She just turned 1 year old on December 2nd. So happy belated birthday to her. And I got her to stay in place like this by just giving her snacks, little treats every time she sat for like 15 seconds, then 20, then 30. She's always with me when I'm working on balloons, so she's pretty used to it. The great thing about poodles is they have hair instead of fur.